Pete had stopped at a red light in southeast Austin, Texas in his 4-month-old Model 3. Just as the light turned green, he heard the sound of screeching tires before feeling an impact. Apparently, the young woman driving behind him didn't notice that traffic had stopped. She locked up her tires trying to stop and swerved between the two lanes. She managed to hit Pete's Model 3 as well as the car sitting next to him. After clearing the intersection, Pete pulled in front of the wrecked car to make sure everyone was okay. Although the damage to his Tesla only seemed cosmetic, the other driver's insurance totaled the car anyway and paid for a brand new one. In the end, Pete only paid $300 from his own pocket. We're glad everyone got out of this unharmed. It could have been much worse. Marco was driving his Model 3 toward the center of the small town of Faenza, Italy. Watch what happened right in front of him. Fortunately, the speed was very low and he was able to brake safely. The guy held up his umbrella to show Marco that it had caused the problem. It turns out that the umbrella had been hanging from his handlebars and ended up going into the front wheel, causing him to fall to the ground. Marco shouted to ask if he needed any help, but the man was fine. Ryan had parked his Model 3 in Fairfield, Connecticut while out eating with some friends. When he came back to his car, he noticed that he had a Sentry Mode event. He says he found it funny that it startled the guy, but he's happy that the headlight flash is a feature of Sentry Mode. Hopefully, it'll scare someone away if needed. Vincent is a 17-year-old high school student who is heading to his auto tech class in Spokane, Washington. This happened around 11 a.m., and it had been snowing heavily since 7 a.m. He was driving his dad's Model Y on this highway overpass, going about 30 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone, when he hit some ice and started sliding. He confirms that the awesome traction control system, along with his counter steering, helped him get things under control and heading in the right direction. Admittedly, he says he was using the stock 20-inch induction wheels with all-season tires. After this happened, they plan on replacing them with winter tires. This submitter was driving his Model 3 home late one night in San Antonio, Texas. He took this rural road because the built-in navigation told him to. It was pitch black out, so he engaged Autopilot with the speed set to 50 miles per hour. He had both his hands on the steering wheel and was paying close attention to the road. All of a sudden, he heard Autopilot and the car started to move to the right and slow down. Taking over immediately, he saw this animal on the road. We aren't sure what kind of animal it is though. If you know what it is, please leave a comment and let us know. In this next clip, the submitter was waiting for a green light in his Model 3. Once the light changed, this other car also decided to have a go. Fortunately, he was able to brake and go around him. He adds that he's glad that the car behind him was paying attention as he didn't want to get rear-ended. Jacob was heading to Starbucks one afternoon in his Model Y in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's when this Mustang in front of him decided to pull this stunt. After the near miss, we can see in the side repeater camera that the Mustang performed an illegal U-turn. With tires screeching, it peeled off in the other direction. Jacob finishes by saying the driver in the other vehicle looked shocked. Ron is originally from South Carolina, but he's lived in Germany for a while now. He sent us this video where he tricked his family by picking up their new car a week before they thought he would. This was his son's reaction.
Tesla's here! By the way, two of my friends are here as well. Oh, okay. So clean. Eliza and I were about to go for a ride. I was like, why the are both cars in front of it?
That's awesome. Congratulations on the new car, Ron. This submitter from France was approaching a roundabout, planning to go straight through. It looks like this Mercedes had the same idea. The exit was a single-lane road. The submitter slammed on the brakes, but the Mercedes didn't see him. Autopilot was not engaged and no collision alarm was triggered. The left mirror broke on the Tesla and there were some scratches on the paint. The submitter sent the video to his insurance company, who declared him not responsible. However, they told him they didn't need to see the videos to make that determination. This submitter was driving his Model 3 in Kansas City, Missouri when he witnessed a battle of two pickup trucks. To start, the truck with the trailer was trying to merge due to a construction zone ahead, but the other truck wouldn't let him in. It looks like the white van got caught in the middle trying to avoid both trucks. He decided to go for it anyway, forcing the other pickup out onto the shoulder. In the end, neither of them backed down, and this resulted in a collision with the trailer hitting the truck. It was 5:30 a.m. and Brad was driving his Model 3 on autopilot in New Braunfels, Texas, when he saw a deer enter the road. He slowed down, looking to the right to make sure there weren't any more of them coming out. Right when he looked back, the deer came back onto the road. He braked just in time so that he only knocked the deer down. The deer was fine and ran off, only leaving a deer butt print on the hood. We asked Brad if he took any pictures of the butt print, but unfortunately he didn't, because he only thought of sharing this event later when his kids told him about the Wham Bam Teslacam channel. Shout out to his kids Hope and Gus for introducing their dad to the channel. Nice work. Alex was driving his Model 3 in Burlington Township, New Jersey. This lady had been driving very close behind him. As he put his signal on to turn right into the park, the lady attempted to overtake him on the shoulder. But she ended up removing his front bumper instead. Dakota was driving late one night in Granville, Ohio, going 78 miles per hour when a deer walked out into the middle of the road. Autopilot was on and swerved around it without any intervention required. Amund was driving his Model 3 in Norway when a deer stepped out onto the road in front of him. He says he was about a foot away from hitting it and that it almost looked like Bambi on ice. Autopilot wasn't engaged and didn't warn him. Paul was driving his Model Y in Whitestown, Indiana when he witnessed a very bright shooting star. We're looking forward to your Cybertruck videos, Paul, when your wish for one is granted. Are you a Tesla owner with a Teslacam or Sentry Mode video you want to share with us? Please send the video together with a description of what happened via the link in the description below.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Cybertruck? My friends all drive diesel, I must make it